Jurassic World Rebirth stomped into theaters last week. I got to see it on the 4th of July, and I even got the chance to pick up this epic T-Rex popcorn bucket before seeing the movie. And I also got the chance to check out the only known fossil of the Aquiliops prior to seeing this movie. So it goes without saying, this was one of my most anticipated films for the year, in addition to Fantastic Four, First Steps, and Superman. Did it live up to my expectations? We're about to find out, but first, a brief summary. A wealthy pharmaceutical executive commissions for a scientist and a group of mercenaries to venture into an abandoned island of dinosaurs to retrieve blood samples from 3 large species of dinos in hopes of creating a medicine that can treat heart disease. But, of course, with an island of dinosaurs, things don't go quite according to plan. And along with a group of stranded survivors, our characters now have to complete their mission while avoiding familiar and unfamiliar dinosaur threats. I honestly enjoyed this movie quite a bit. Compared to how the last 2 films in the series performed, I thought it was a breath of fresh air. The acting was very well done and the characters were very compelling, and I really enjoyed the story. It didn't feel convoluted or there wasn't anything forced, and the pacing was done pretty well. They kept everything going at a steady pace to where hardly anything felt drawn out. Now, I'm not trying to spoil a lot because this is in the trailers, but this film also brought back some familiar vibes from previous Jurassic Park media. One of which was when a character had to, more or less, tiptoe around a sleeping T-Rex to place a raft in the water. Now, that scene brought back vibes from the Telltale Jurassic Park game I played a few years ago, where you had to stealthily move around a T-Rex, and the slightest wrong move or slightest wrong button pressed could easily get you discovered, and, then you're dead. Yeah. And on that note, I love that river rafting scene in general. For those of you that read the original novel, understand how awesome that was to be able to see that scene finally make it to the big screen, as it wasn't in the original film. It did make it into one of the video games back then, but to see it on the big screen was just amazing. And of course, it's always nice to hear the iconic theme when certain familiar moments are being featured on screen, like the airplane approaching the island with that iconic Jurassic Park theme, or when the characters are just in awe of the sight of just large dinosaurs. Just hearing those musical cues to those scenes, I just wanted to tear up. There was only just a small few things that I just didn't really care for, or just things that just didn't sit right with me, but I'm only going to talk about one in this video to avoid potential spoilers, but don't worry, I am planning to cover those other ones in a later video. But my biggest issue with this film is I just didn't see the point of one of the new threats that this film introduced, which was the Distortus Rex. I know they had to keep things interesting by introducing a new dinosaur into the mix, and I thought they did a great job explaining it or setting it up. And to be completely honest, it did look like freaking nightmare fuel. But I just didn't really think it was necessary. You could have used familiar dinosaurs, and I feel like this movie would have still been fine. Again, it didn't hurt the film at all, and I'm sure it made for great toy sales, or at least I'm assuming. But again, I just think it would have been fine without it, but in all fairness, it was still fine with it. But with that said, I for sure recommend that you guys check this one out. I have not heard any other reviews for this movie. I have been avoiding them because I wanted to go into this review as fresh as possible, but I have read that there are mixed reviews on it, which is pretty normal, all things considered. But in my opinion, I think this movie was a lot of fun and definitely one of the better Jurassic World films. And I will say that I'm planning to re-rank this series. And to be completely honest, if this means anything at all, I'm struggling where I want to put this one in terms of my ranking, but all in a good way. I'm also recommending you guys check this out in theaters if you haven't already. This one is a great theatrical experience, and it definitely deserves to be a theatrical experience. I'm going to give Jurassic World Rebirth a B+. But thank you guys so much for checking out my review for Jurassic World Rebirth. Hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. And if you did, you know what to do. Be sure to hit that like button. And if you've seen it, let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comments below. Did you like it or did you hate it? Either way, post them down below and I'll definitely check those out. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and follow my other channels, as well as follow me on Instagram. But thanks again, guys. Have a great one.